when you are.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Thank you for the time to attend to Speaker's Corner program. Speaker Corner program is an initiative to enhance knowledge culture among UiTM stakeholders. The objective of the programs are to improve public speaking skills, disseminating knowledge to the public, overcome fear of speaking, and gain confidence in sharing knowledge. This program will cover four main themes, which are personal growth and life skill, health and wellness, social media and digital life, and environmental and sustainability. These themes will be addressed by nine speakers, which whom will have 5 to 7 minutes to talk. All speakers, please buckle up because you will start in a just few minutes.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I greet to everyone that is here today. My name is Situ Maravita Anwar, and I want to thank you all for being here today. Now, let's talk about something that we all face from time to time, no matter what age we are, feeling overwhelmed. Do you have you ever felt like there's just too much going on around at a time? Like you how no matter how hard you try, you just can't keep up with all of those things. In that case, you are not alone. Yeah. In that case, you are not alone. Our problems might not be the same, but I can assure you that I know the feeling of being overwhelmed as I too have once been there. But here's the good news. There are some steps that you can take in order to reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed and regain control from the overwhelm. Uh, so let me share to you three things that you can do. Let me share to you three things that you can do um, to fight the feeling of being overwhelmed. Let's move on to the first point, shall we? Um, when feeling overwhelmed, we tend to be in a rush. We try to fix everything immediately. But the truth is, the faster we run, the harder it gets. That's why the first thing that you need to do is to breathe and take it slow. The most effective tool that you have at the moment is your breathing. It might sound like a simple action, but taking a deep and slow breath can actually helps in calming your mind down. Um, there are many breathing exercises that can be done at anywhere at any time. Um, and one of it is 4-7-8 breathing exercise. The first thing that you need to do when you have come from the feeling of being overwhelmed is to sit down with your back straight and take a moment and take a moment. Then you need to breathe in through your nose as you count to 4. After that, you need to hold your breath as you count to 7. Lastly, you need to breathe out through your mouth as you count to 8. It it's this is an easy exercises method that you can do. Then you need to take at least 1 minute before you're repeating the same process for another 2 times. By the end of this, you will realize that your mind has become much more clearer than when you first felt overwhelmed at the moment. Usually, overwhelm isn't just the one thing; it's everything tangled together, and that leads us to the second step. Um, there's a saying: when eating an elephant, take one bite at a time. Feeling overwhelmed makes everything feel rushed, and it's easy for us to get frustrated about it. So the next step is break down your thoughts. Um, when everything feels urgent, when feeling overwhelmed, it's easy to feel everything is too messed up to do it all at once. When that happens, first you need to understand the task before you can divide it into smaller parts. Then you need to ask yourself, what is the task that's actually urgent? What is the task that's important but can be waited for? And what is the least important task? After that, after that you can divide it according to these questions. Then you need to estimate the time taken for each of the tasks to be done. Make sure to prioritize the tasks that are urgent first based on its importance and deadlines. After that, you need to monitor your progress as you move through your tasks so that you can spot any delays or issues early on. Um, oh, and make sure to take a good rest, as good rest is just as important as hard works. Um, overwhelm doesn't just live in our schedule. It will also live in our thoughts, which brings us to the next step. Um, when feeling overwhelmed, it's easy for your thoughts to spin in circles, your questions repeated, and it's easy to feel trapped even in your own mind. The cure: write down your thoughts. Um, when we are stressed, it's natural to want to reach out to our friends, our family, right? But sometimes we hesitate. Uh, we often think that I don't want to be a burden, or they're already dealing with their own stuff. Uh, I know that it is important for us to have our own support system, but sometimes we just need time to process things on our own. And that's when journaling comes in handy, being our own best listener. Um, Sometimes it's just about unloading anything into a piece of paper before you go to sleep. By journaling, you are creating a private and judgmental free space where you can unload everything, be it your fears, your frustrations, your idea, and many more, without feeling guilty to anyone. By doing this, you are giving yourself the chance of being heard, even if it's just by you. It doesn't need to be a fancy journal. It doesn't need to be a fancy journal. I mean, you can just use a random notebook that you found at the moment, a scrapbook, a piece of paper, anything. We are now focusing on reducing the feeling of overwhelm. So what kind of material you are using doesn't matter. So let's summarize what we have been talking about. Just remember, when feeling overwhelmed, you are not helpless. Um, when everything feels like it's too much, just remember to breathe and take it slow. Break down your thoughts and write down your cure and write down your thoughts. Um, and write. It may not fix everything in an instant, but at least it will help you in taking the next small steps. Small steps are still steps forward. Just remember, overwhelm isn't a final destination. It's just a moment, and like any other moment, it will pass by. I hope you are. I hope you know I hope you know that you are more capable and stronger than the feeling of being overwhelmed. Thank you for listening. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azrai and today I would like to talk about three things that help improve self-confidence. So, have you all ever wondered how does some people manage to talk in front of other people without afraid? That means they have a great self-confidence. So, what is self-confidence? In general, we can say that self-confidence is a positive mindset that allows you to do something that is never done before, or maybe doing something that it seems that is impossible to you. So today I will let's talk about the first point. So the first point is stop downgrading yourself. Why? It is because that everybody has their own ability, has their own specialty to do something that not everybody has the same as you. Set in your mind that you are the best in whatever you do. Don't compare with some other people that is higher than you because they have so much experience more than you in a negative way because it will only block your mindset to do something. You will think like, oh, I can do this because he is better than me. But take it in a positive way so that it can be a goals, it can be a goals for you to achieve. Let's move to the second point, which is take care of yourself. Dress to improve, dress to impress yourself. Don't let other people ruin your days. Like maybe they will talking about you, they will talking about what you dress up. And secondly, you need to keep your body fit. How can you do that? You can keep your body fit by having a good diet, having a balanced diet. Eat something like fruits, vegetables. Don't be a picky eater. Besides that, you can also do some exercise to keep your body fit. You can do exercise like yoga, brisk walk, maybe a jog, so that you can keep your stamina, keep your body fit. And lastly, get some enough sleeps because your mind has working for your body for a days. With getting an enough sleep, you can keep your mind rest well and it can be better for next day. So for the last point is think positive. Start your day with some positive things. It's because the research has says that the first second in your life, the first second when you wake up will make your mindset for a day. For example, if you wake up with a positive mindset, so that the whole day will be a positive. But if you wake up with a negative mindset, your day can be a full of negative days. Think that you can do something. For example, you can do something that you've never done before. Don't think like, oh, I can do that. I can manage to do that. So that you will have a great confidence level. To sum up, today I have talked about three things, which is stop downgrading yourself, take care of your body, and think positive. There's actually so much more things you can do to help to improve your self confidence. So that's all from me. Thank you.
and good day, everyone. Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. My name is Adika. How was your day? Or maybe I can ask you to learn something new. As example, the way to wake up every morning earlier or making a last minute task. Well, this topic is quite unique and successfully attract my sign to present to all of you to chosen for my public speaking today. Before I get started, may I know if some of you can briefly tell me about what is new skills, how and when to learn it? As human whose grows age by age, increase age increase day by day, we all need to know that learning new skill is essential for both personal and professional growth. There are lots of benefits such as enhanced cognitive and breath health, boost confidences and self-esteem, also improve adaptability and career prospect. Let's cosplay as Detective Conan and find the proof one by one together. Now, let's start with our first pros, which is enhanced cognitive and breath health. First of all, do you all understand the nouns of phrase cognitive? By Brian Rodero 2024, the phrase refers to anything related to mental processes involves inquiring, processing, storing, and using knowledge. All the processes include thinking, learning, understanding, preserving, and understanding. As example, let's say you want do let's say one day you want to apply a job as barista at one of the most popular cafe because you love coffee. But unfortunately, you are zero in making the basics such as espresso. That's why while learning new skill, it can enhance our cognitive to learn and understand how to make the smooth espresso. According to blog Clive Coffee 2024, first move is to set up the way to grind the coffee beans using board grinder. For a single shot, use about only 7 to 9 gram, and for double shots, just use only 18 to 20 grams. Also, use tamper to press the coffee evenly and firmly into the compact palm because it needs to be flat and level to prevent channeling. After run a brief shots of water through the green ground ahead, don't forget to load the portafilter into the machine ground ahead and start the extraction. After the shot is done, serve it as or just use base drinks such as espresso, lattes, cappuccino, and americanos. For me, who is a coffee hombre and love bitter drinks, I always prefer it with americanos. Oh, let me tell the tips and tricks to make a better espresso. Please use freshly and roasted beans for the best flavor. Additionally, the alternative that I learned is we can use a AeroPress and mocha pot to make a coffee style espresso, but this method can achieve the same taste as precious smooth and fine espresso. The making is both science and art, requiring our attention to detail and willingness to accept and do the experiment. With practice, you will be able to pull a rich, balanced, and smooth espresso. It same applies to brain health. Engaging in new learning also triggers to release dopamine, a neurotransmitter that boosts motivation and makes the experience enjoyable, encouraging you to learning more and more. End of the topic 1. Now let's take a look to the next point, which is boost confidence and self-esteem. And seven. By Journey Team 2024, said that learning new skill is a powerful way to boost both confidence and self-esteem. For many people, improvement in confidence and self-esteem come directly from learning, just like the way to make the espresso earlier. As we learn, As we success and even we fail to make the perfect one, we grow. During the period of recovery, there are rare opportunity for new beginnings, our life journey to accept the new challenges with an open mind, with new things about the coffee and so on, to meet the new things, to meet the new people, such as our managers, our co-workers, and plenty of customers every day. Also to become a stronger person, not being bullied and get humiliation surrounding. Plurally, learning new skills often requires stepping outside of our comfort zone. Overcoming initial discomfort or fear or failure can handle challenges future boosting your confidence. Such as example, when you are already expert on making rich espresso, then your confidence will lead you to learn more about coffee journey. This context, same as you improve, you may also receive positive feedback from your top level manager, colleagues, and customers. The external validation reinforces your belief in abilities and motivates you to continue growing. Like, yes, finally, I succeeding to impress everyone with my coffee art. And of course, my art gonna stop right here. I need to impress them more and more. Next, still in same point to boost self-esteem. How? Learning new skill improve self-esteem by rewriting negative self-talk, or in the other words, is overthinking about our own abilities. If you are struggling with low self-esteem, learning new skill provide concrete that you are capable of growth and achievement. Let's set the let's set this term being a barista like I know I can do this. I need to do this. No one can make the perfect one as mine. Last but not least for this subtopic, connecting with others as learning a new skill also one of the effective ways to boost self-esteem. Many skills, especially languages and group activities, like ways working as barista, can foster social connection. Practical example like learning a new language enables you interact with variety of customer that come to the coffee that come to the cafe to order something like bir fincan lavanta latte istiyorum in Turkish that translated as I want a cup of lavender latte. This is so interesting, right? Being able to communicate more effectively makes you feel more competent and valued in social situation, which boosts self-esteem and permanently. Well, I'll always make research that coffee originated from Ethiopia and Yemen. The first espresso machine, patented in Turin in 1884 by Angelo Moriondolo, before developed by Luigi Bezzera and Desiderio Provina in early 19th. Okay, sorry for the extra. Now let's move for our last point, which ever improve adaptability and career prospect. First of all, you must be thinking why this point can match with this topic. Well, learning a new skill can improve both adaptability and career prospect. Today's in rapidly changing work environment by enhancing flexibility. Acquiring new skill trains your brain to handle a variety challenges and situations, making it easy to adapt when your job or industry is easy changes, as learning time management and both mechanical and digital tools helps you adjust more smoothly to new roles and technologies. As barista itself have to well known about specific time to brew and serve various types of coffee for their impatient customers. As example, drip coffee brew time is about 5 to 10 minutes. French press is about 4 to 6 minutes and etc. Not only that, learning new skills also improves adaptability in problem solving abilities. New skills often bring new perspective and strategies, allowing you to approach problem creatively and find effective solutions, which is crucial when facing unfamiliar situation. For a barista, most of the common unfamiliar when they familiar situation is like customer were not responding to their order, uh, then demanding to remake the new one because the drink is uh, get cold or the ice is melting. So barista find the effective way to solve this problem by handing a tag or pin. So the sound like beep or something will sound and the customer will notice it and take their order. Beside, blogs from graduate coach says for boosting career prospect, you can learn new skill that can increase marketability by upgrading your skill makes you more attractive to employers. In particularly, by Clayton 2024, as barista itself has been joined a lot of competition to boost their career prospect like World Barista Competition (WBC), the largest and most prestigious global event where 25 national champions compete to make only 15 drinks such as espresso, milk-based, and signature drinks only 20, only 12 minutes. Judging focus on taste, creativity, technical skill, cleanness, and presentation, then advancing through rounds can elevate a barista professional. Alright, now we have to the end. Let me summarize about my topic. In a nutshell, learning new skill involves both physical and mentally, which means when we're learning, we can understand about it, and while practicing it to get ourselves known, that we can go further with new things or not. Well, my special words according to this topic is don't be afraid to learn something new in this world, but be worried if our talk and action is in prehistoric times. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Stay afraid, but do it anyway. What's important is the action. You don't have to wait to be confident. Just do it and eventually the confidence will follow. Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Sofia Balkis and today I will give a speech about personal growth. Did anyone know what does personal growth mean? According to its Ohio College, personal growth is a continuous journey of self-development and improvement. I'll take a plant for example. Even a Chinese bamboo can have to take several years to break through the surface, but once it does, it can grow up to 100 tall feet in only 6 weeks. Mm, wait, but how, mm, but how do you know that you are on the process of upgrading yourself? What are the obvious signs of personal growth? Actually, there are many signs that indicate you are on the right way to live your life at the fullest. But this time, I want to focus on three signs that you are working on your personal growth. The first one is you start to embracing the embarrassment of being a beginner. Most people are so afraid of looking or sounding stupid in public setting, but if you can train yourself to endure that, you will find gold on the other side. For example, you love the feeling of being embarrassing beginner, especially when you learn something new. You thrive on that feeling of newness. You love diving into something with childlike curiosity. This is actually a positive signal. Embrace the beginner's embarrassment and you will change your life. Most important of all, do not compare your beginner to someone else's middle, because everyone wants a beginner as well. Next sign is you are quitting bad habits.
Did anyone here struggling with anger issues or something that related to bad habits? Actually, that kind of bad habits is sometimes quite annoying, especially when you cannot control them because you're already used to it. When you recognize these bad habits and do everything you can to erase them, you're definitely doing the right thing. Imagine turning back on things like smoking or having anger issues. This is not just good for you. It's a clear sign of maturity. Choosing to drop these bad habits takes bravery, but it means you improve your well-being um, physically and mentally. Be more patient and considerate about other people's feeling before throwing out anger. Be a good listener and do not judge easily. Setting boundaries with yourself shows courage and self-respect. The more bad habits you can replace with healthy ones, the more your life will improve, making you grow as an individual. The last sign is you don't sweat over the small stuff any longer. It means that you don't bragging about the small stuff that have no value to pay attention on. Since you realize how precious life is and how quickly things can turn around, you don't worry about the small stuff any longer. For example, like, will the laundry be done in time? Will others judge my ugly handwriting? Because at the end of the day, what really matters is, did I feel joy during the day? Did I show my did I show my thanks and appreciation for the people around me? Did I make a difference today? Because if you were to wake up tomorrow and was your last day, you wouldn't worry about the small things like handwriting or about any laundry anymore. This bigger perspective on life brings ease and calm, even if you go through stormy days. You stay centered and connected to your heart. Now that we have come to the end, let us go through our life these days. How many personal growth have we made? Talking about personal growth, we may not see the outcome in the meantime, but we will definitely see the result that we are working for day by day. And I'm sure you heard this phrase before, trust the process. Remember that every small steps can lead to big changes in order to improve one's life, and it is a powerful sign of personal growth. Personal growth is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Keep growing, keep transforming, and becoming the best version of yourself. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. My name is Soren Khalila bintu Mustafa and today we will be discussing of three causes of burnout among students. I'm excited to share some insight and data with you because student mental health are becoming more critical than ever. Let's take this time to understand that it's okay not to be okay and there's a healthy way to move forward. Do you know what is burnout means? Burnout is a form of exhaustion caused by constantly feeling swept. It happens when we experience too much emotional, physical, and mental fatigue for too long. According to Concourse 2025, global prevalence rate shows 56.3% of university students experience high emotional exhaustion. Can you guess which gender have a higher burnout rate? Yes, you are right. Female students are generally 50% higher than those of male students. Let's dive deeper into this topic by looking at the first point of the causes of burnout student. Time management and workload. Most students tend to prioritize Most students tend to fall into the trap of thinking avoiding a stressor equal avoiding responsibility. I will give you a common example, assignment. The majority of students tend to prioritize other activities before they start the assignment, even the deadline is approaching. This behavior can cause stress and lead to low self-concept. Other than that, completing work on the last time often results in poor quality and disorganized outcome. The longer this circle continues, the bigger a contribute to academic burnout. Over time, this over can lead to burnout because the body and mind do not get enough time to recharge and recover. This brings us to our second part of the causes of burnout, my student. Many students take out education doing to financially difficult. This pressure can lead to less focus, stress, and leave the student overwhelmed, eventually leading to burnout. For example, many students work part-time job to support their education expenses. Moreover, due to financial difficult, many students elect proper eating habit and become overly frugal, which can lead to health and mental issue. Lastly, they are also kept apart from their friends because they cannot afford to spend freely, which can lead to slow self-concept. Finally, let's move on our third point of the causes of burnout, student. Um, Academic pressure. Academic pressure is the bigger contributor to academic burnout. Many students use laptop, smartphone, and other device while studying. However, using bright screen for too long can cause a sleep deprivation, which can lead to anxiety because students didn't get enough time to recharge and recover. Academic pressure are very related with professor static and high achieving student. They are always they are always have to achieve a high academic result even the workload is too much. This can lead to drain energy, affect mental health, and lower performance. Basically, this pressure comes from the parents, teacher, who expect the best result from us. Moreover, competition with the classmate and scholarship that demand high academic result. To end my speech today, I want to conclude that burnout is a real thing. It's not just a buzzword. It's something that very real that can affect a very people regardless age and gender. According to Martin J. 2024, the best way to deal with stress is to find out what is causing the stress. First, create a schedule, a to-do list to avoid overlapping in your daily life. Second, prioritize self-care. Stay hydrated, get enough sleep, and eating a balanced diet. This can manage stress and reduce and improve your energy. To conclude today, I hope all of you will success in your academic journey while maintaining your health, mental, good sleep. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Nur Akila Nadira, and today I'm going to give a speech about why it's important to take breaks in between studying. So, so I'm sure we're all familiar with studying, right? It's something like we sit at the table and just stare at the book or just take notes and all. So, okay. But have you ever taken breaks like in between studying, like gaming breaks, coffee breaks, or just short naps that ends up being 4 hours instead? But rest assured, as defined by Cambridge Dictionary as of May 2025, uh, taking breaks means to take short to stop doing something for some time, either to drink, eat, or just rest. So, and as as proven by National Institute of Health also, is that when we're learning a new thing, such as a new song on the piano, it's proven that by taking breaks also contributes and acts as key of learning. So, what exactly are the advantages of taking rest when studying? So, for the first point I'm going to share today is it serves as an energy boost. Since we do work and it often makes us feel drained when we're focused on work for long periods of time. So when we take breaks, it helps rejuvenates our body, making ourselves feel fresh. As a research by Takashi Ito and Kenichi Takahashi 2020 is that they have conducted an experiment where they make five groups of people where they need to do five different things during the study break, as their work break would last for 15 minutes while their break time would last for 3 minutes. And in between 3 minutes, they needed to either do nothing, read a book, listen to music, play a dog care game, and a fly tapping game. And after conducting the experiment, they have realized that by doing nothing and listening to music boosts the participants' productivity the most. Now, let's move on to the second point, in which at rest helps reduce stress. When we constant worry and pressure often leads to chronic illnesses, as it can pressure us by a lot. Okay. Many are noted that physical demands of a certain field can create challenges and making us become more fatigued and lose motivation as we do the work. So, and by Depaon and Whitmere also suggested that students are happier when they could participate in nearby evening and weekend activities that are non-geological. So, by taking personal time off, especially after weeks and weeks of doing assignments, exams, tests, it doesn't hurt to take that short break just to reward ourselves. But it doesn't have to be spent alone also. We can use it to spend time with your friends, family, because sometimes when we're stressed, we can't be alone, as it can add more to the stress or loneliness and give and make it worse. So reach out to your close friends and all. And okay, since social contact is a good stress relief, as it offers small distractions and provides supports to your mind. And as noted by Feng GF, it's also proven that when you give yourself permission to rest and all, is that okay, you can take care of yourself by that. So let's move on to the last point, is that where everyone should acknowledge by resting it really helps improve our health. Since National Institute of Health researchers have conducted an investigation, whereas rest and sleep has been proven to have a positive impact on your life, on your immune system, since it helps reduce inflammation and decreases the risk of heart diseases. Okay. By having poor sleeping for sleeping patterns, is that it can causes irritability the next day and makes us feel like everything is not going according to plan, since we didn't have enough sleep the day before. So okay, by meeting our sleep, and our body can be more rejuvenated and makes us feel more motivated and to do tasks throughout the day. Okay. As noted by Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also, is that when okay, when you feel tired, or okay, as according by the hadith, Sahih Al-Bukhari 210, is that when you feel tired or sleepy when doing prayer, rest or sleep until its slumber is over. That means if we during prayer feel sleepy or tired after the hours of studying, it proves that our body is really tired and really in need of rest. And as Sahih Al-Bukhari 1857, is that it also take rest, sleep, and from any work we do, as it can as our body also has a right on us, since our body is a gift from Allah, that we should really take care of our body and avoid from pushing ourselves to the brink of exhaustion making everything go wrong. So that is I think I covered all of my points for today. So so my conclusion for this speech is that advantages when we rest while studying is that first it serves as an energy boost. It reduces stress and improves our health. Please, I hope that after my speech is that everyone takes better care of yourself and takes proper rest after weeks off. Me especially, we're in the last weeks of our semester. So please take care of yourself and do not push yourself to exhaustion if- because as much as grades are important, it doesn't mean we can't do our best when our body is in the worst sit- the worst condition. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Farah Adiba and today, on this fine day, I would like to present a public speech about 3 causes of burnout in students. Okay, before we start, let me tell you briefly what exactly student burnout is. Simply put, student burnout is a type of burnout that results from a prolonged period of school or university related stress. According to Andrew Curti in 2025, he stated that besides of handling tons of assignments, students also have to deal with student debt, finding affordable accommodation, and fit into a new social circle. Burnout affecting people worldwide, regardless age and gender. Okay, to get started, let's look at the first causes of burnout in students, which is physically unhealthy. Do you guys often feel like not eating at all? Or sometimes you guys found junk food seems so comforting that makes you binge on them instead of eating healthy food? Many people will ask, how can junk food make us burn out? Well, your diet has a big impact on your stress level, and eating too much junk food can affect both your physical and mental health. According to Timothy Huzar in 2025, he stated that junk food break down quickly, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar because of the refined carbohydrate and added sugar. In turn, this causes people easily feel tired and drags their mental emotional well-being down as well. Okay, let's move forward to the second causes of burnout in students, which is ineffective time use. For students, time management is very important for doing well in university and preparing for their future success. However, many students struggling with managing their time effectively, which can lead to a variety of negative consequences, including increased stress level, missed assignment, and lower grade. Students will usually say, I'm stressed because I feel tired on time, I feel tired on time because I have too much things to do. But they don't realize that I feel tired on time situation is because they repeatedly chose other activities until there were only 24 hours left to get their assignment done. According to Gaurav Dakal in 2023, he stated that without clear plan, students will find themselves trying so hard to complete their task at the last minute. Now you guys already know 2 causes of burnout in students. You guys probably wondering what the last causes are. The last causes of burnout in students is lack of support system. Is everyone else too busy with their own lives? Or are you reluctant to reach out? Communication with family and good friends sure can make a difference. However, burnout makes it seem like they are too busy with their own lives. You might find it hard to open up because you are still grappling on how to describe your burnout. Um, some people might wonder, why is support system needed for students? Of course, it's needed. A strong support system can make a big difference. Support system also can help students to reduce their mental distress and increase their ability to cope with stressful situations. This support system may come from family, friends, lecturer, or anyone that you feel like they are supporting you. Now we have come to an end. Let me briefly summarize my today's speech. Today, I have informed you guys about 3 causes of burnout in students, which is physically unhealthy, ineffective time use, and lack of support system. After hearing my speech today, I hope it can help you guys to aware about the causes of burnout in students, and for those who are going through this problem, will find a solution so that you'll be able to live a life as a productive students. That's all from me. Bye bye.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to each one of my lovely audiences, digitally and physically. My name is Nur Ain Shuhada and I'm here to share with you guys 3 dangers of oversharing online. Before we start, I want to ask you a simple question. How often do you guys use the internet? 3 hours? 6 hours? Well, according to the social media statistics 2024, an average amount of time the internet users from 16 to 64 years old in Malaysia spend about 8 hours and 70 minutes, which increased by 2.5% from 2023. Hence, if your screen time is below than 6 hours, congrats, you are a gem. Now back to our topic. Everybody uses the internet in their daily life, significantly for entertainment, working purposes, or any other personal reasons. Yet, I'm also sure that majority of us have been oversharing about our life on social media. Have you guys ever wondered what people can do with this information? People with ill intention can either do identity theft based on your personal details and invade your privacy, which is also called privacy invasion. Thus, the information that you posted on the internet will be kept even after you deleted it due to the system called digital footprints. Without further ado, let's start with the first danger of oversharing online, identity theft. Identity theft is when someone irresponsibly uses your information without your knowledge. It has many types: medical, financial, synthetic, tax, child, and criminal theft. When you post about your personal information, for example, your account numbers, people with cruel intention can use the information to get access to your account. But how can they get the information? Obviously, not just because you posted about it, right? The, the professional can use the information to get access to your account, and they will highly use the information to make an illegal card credit using your data. How can we stop them? The only way to stop them from doing any transaction to your account is to freeze your account until you gain back the access as their authority. There is a saying by George W. Bush, 2004, like the other form of stealing, identity theft leaves victim poor and feeling terribly violated. If you'd like to know, George W. Bush was the United States 43rd president. That was identity theft. Let's move to the second danger of oversharing online, privacy invasion. Privacy invasion is the action of interfering into someone else's life without consent. If identity theft is stealing your information for their own benefits, privacy invasion is mostly for your downfall and worsening your image. Under privacy invasion, we have false light law. Now, what is false light law? False light law protects you from misleading or damaging information about you. I'm sure that most of us have heard about popular celebrities companies taking action against malicious comments or false accusations, right? This is an example of false light law. Disclosure is very common around us. They can also be your biggest nightmare when a stranger posted about your information behind your back. Hence why we have public disclosure of private facts. It protects you from having your personal information being posted online. With that, we have come to the last danger of oversharing online, digital footprints. Digital footprints is the trail of information you left behind on the internet. The cookies you accepted when you access a website can also be a digital footprint. According to the CasperSky.com 2025, digital footprints has two types, active and passive. Active digital footprints is when you are the one who posted about the information. However, passive is much hidden. Active, you know what information is being posted. Passive digital footprints, no. A prime example is when you access a website, accepted the cookies, but what lies behind that screen? The website can collect your information, track your location, and worse, get your IP address. Be mindful, your future coworkers, friends, even your parents can track what you have been accessing on the internet. If you do not want anybody to be worried about you, please make sure to think before accessing or posting. Whatever you posted on social media, your thoughts, your opinions, your comments on something that should not be treated dismissively, for example, crimes, politics, the three R that we have been taught since kid, royal, religion, race, can be traced or tracked by a stranger, even if it is from years ago. With that, we have come to the end of this informative speech. To conclude, during this moment, we have learned about three dangers of oversharing online: identity theft, privacy invasion, and digital footprints. I hope after hearing this informative speech, it can help you to realize how crucial it is not to share everything about your life on social media. It can be tempting, I know, but I guarantee you, it is better to be discreet about our life, especially during this technological world where the internet has become more dangerous and uncontrollable to some individuals. Thank you for listening to my talk. Your time is very much appreciated.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to everyone. My name is Nur Aina Bakis, and before I begin my speech, I would like to thank everyone here for coming to my speech for today, and I hope that everyone have a lovely day. Now, first thing first, most of everyone here has at least done the activities like walking or cycling in our daily lives, right? Since it is such a common thing, most people don't realize how much benefits that we can gain from doing these activities. In a world where the advanced technologies such as cars, buses, and trains that has taken over the world, it is easy to forget that there are many benefits that we can gain from choosing this as our mode of transportation. It is because using our own two ways as our mode of transportation can also give us a chance for to improving our health, to connecting with nature, and it is also one of the most eco-friendly way to go anywhere. It is a simple everyday choice, but can affect the people around, the improving the environment, and can also make a big difference for the planet as well. Now we will go to the first benefits of walking or cycling for today's speech. One of the most basic but incredibly beneficial that we can gain from walking or cycling are that it will improving our health and well-being better. Did you know that cycling can reduce the risk of getting cancer? According to a Chinese studies, whole 2012, the cyclists positively connected with less report of having colon cancer, which means here, compared to those who did not ride a bike, cyclists in the research have a 45% fewer incidents of having cancer. Another thing, using the action of walking or cycling can also lessen the possibility of having heart disease and stroke as well. Mm, Besides that, besides riding a bicycle, it can also choosing to walk can also lessen the possibility of developing heart problem as well. It is because cyclists is most likely less than others have a 80% decreased risk of having developing heart problem and heart issues and stroke as well. Other than that, improving our and increasing our mental health can also are also a part of benefits that we can gain from walking or cycling. It is because walking or cycling are not only good for the body or physically but also mentally, which is for the mind as well. According to studies, those who choose to walk are less likely than others to have anxiety, depression, and other mental health problems. Therefore, by choosing to walk, since walking or cycling are also a part of exercising, it means it can help us to increase blood flow, reducing stress, and also improving our physical and mental health better. Now that we know about one of the main benefits that we can gain from walking or cycling, now onto the next advantages, which is walking or cycling can also provide an opportunity to connect with nature. Connecting with nature it means here is spending time outside and enjoying the environment around you rather than standing apart from it. Usually, when we use other transportations like cars, buses, and trains, we will stay inside of the vehicles, right? Which means here we will be missing out on experiencing watching the green scenery or listening to the rustling of trees or enjoying the feeling of warm breeze, especially in a slow pace, and many more that the Mother Earth can provide to us. Even a tiny amount of greenery can have an impact because nature doesn't have to be far away or unfamiliar from us. In other words, it can bring us closer to the natures and help us learn to appreciate what the earth has to offer. Besides that, being in nature also allow us to be in the moment and it can also have us make us feel a sense of peace and escape from the tensions and stresses in our daily life. Because this is because walking or cycling are not only make you feel a sense of peace, but also it makes you feel more refreshed and more relaxed. Therefore, that is why if you are searching for a way to boost your mental health, try taking a walk outside or riding a bicycle, especially in a slow pace. I recommend it so that uh you feel more relaxed and more refreshed to escape from the tensions and stresses. Okay. Next, now that we know about the two main benefits that we can gain from walking or cycling, now we will go to the last advantages from today's speech, which is from the environment perspective as well. Walking or cycling are not only good for ourselves, but it can also give a positive impact to the environment. My dear audience, have you ever heard of fossil fuels like gasoline? Having fossil fuels like gasoline, mm, when these type of gases released into the air, it can be the cause of the climate change. For example, are using other vehicles like motorcycles or buses and cars. Usually, when these type of vehicles use the type of gasoline, it can be the cause of the air pollution, which claims more than 500,000 deaths every year. According to a World Health Organization paper, there is evidence that investment in policies that encourage safe walking or cycling can have a positive impact on the environment, reducing the climate change and also improving our mental and physical health better. And finally, we have reached to the end. But before I end my speech, I would like to summarize some important points as well. In conclusion, for today's speech, there are many benefits or advantages that we can gain from choosing these activities such as walking or cycling as our mode of transportation to go anywhere. For example, it helps us to improving our health either physically or mentally, or also avoiding risk of having some dangerous health problems such as cancer and also heart disease and strokes. It can also provide an opportunity to connect with nature, and it can also give a positive impact to the environment as well. Therefore, I hope that everyone is aware and realize how much benefits that we can gain, and because it makes us learn to it can change and protect ourselves. It can also improving our daily lives better, and it can also protect the earth for the future generation as well. That is all for me. Thank you for listening.
Audience, let us give a great applause to all our speakers today. Congratulations to all of the speakers on successfully completing the live speech for today.